Welcome back, 5 Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. Sorta kinda big news for Command & Conquer fans, which you presumably are. EA, yes, the Electronic Arts have just, as of the time speaking, released the Command & Conquer Ultimate Collection to Steam, which means that there is now an official and licensed way of owning a copy of Generals as well as CNC General Zero Hour without having to resort to shady deals with some illegal backyard internet cafes that sell you a hard copy, which then turns out to be 30 gigs of cane porn. Alright, with that out of the way, get the collection. It costs $10, I think. I highly recommend it. We've got ourselves an RAGL match to celebrate here, and this one is going to be a biggie. This is going to be some of the potential contenders for a top spot. One of them already losing his dog walker's license because losing 2 dogs in the early game without any sort of micro, not the best look, to be honest. Selling the kennel as well. Man, it is Blackened. What a black day indeed for dog owners all around the world. But he is squaring off against the man, the menace, the legend, the tank general himself, Cav. The cavalry has arrived. Okay, so now a little counter push, a little insurgents has been deflected. There is Blackened securing his derricks, and yeah, Cav is relatively spread out. I finally get to cast after a long week's time. It has been a wild one. It's right now a bit exhausting with the kids. Let's just put it that way. But stiff upper lip, and we're gonna get through this. Alrighty, so time to relax with some OpenRA. I've been missing this. So, builds are mirrored, nothing too special, nothing too crazy here. There's like a 6-second discrepancy, and that is usually just due to a courtesy of the kennel, which has been woefully ineffective this time around. RIP. Lots of bazookas. Is that... wow. Super early rocket squad. This may be, you know, shadow drop of an APC. Yo, honey, wake up. New APC just dropped. Nope, it is just macro, and Cav is somewhat forgetting to build buildings. Maybe he's broke? Is that an economical strategy? It certainly ain't. No. Cav, you should be playing with both hands. One of his hands is certainly somewhere in the southern hemisphere of his body, I guess, rather than where it should be. Man. Okay. He just moved his Kanyat over. So what he's doing here is going double refinery into a third harvester, into a land grab. This is interesting, sort of an early gatekeeperish move, and supplementing it with one light tank only so far. Oh god, this is gonna be a light tank massacre. I mean, to be fair, Blackened does have the right response without no... what? Both players going all in? Okay, now this is something I can get behind. Is there gonna be an MCV? Let's see. No, Blackened is just transitioning into heavy tank, so I guess he's now going for a standard build. He just wants the army mass out. This is still super risky because the APCs die relatively fast, and he doesn't have too many rifles. And once the rifle core falls, look at this expensive ass rocket squad. As soon as this rocket squad dies, the game is basically over, because then you've got nothing to stop your opponent anymore. But I guess he's just going for an oil bust. I mean, yeah, that's some value. Certainly. Is going to be matched with a lot of wind-up toys, but they're gonna get... just barely not gonna get scattered. Okay. All the rockets have been revealed now. So, practically, Cav knows what he's up against, he knows how and where to defend, and he also, crucially, has a completely unscouted flank with 4 light tanks. 4 light tanks can actually do some significant damage to harvesters. It doesn't take too long to kill them. So if you micro back your harvesters, you should be able to reach the safety of your rockets, but he's going for power. That is brilliant. They're really good against light armored, non-armor, the non-armor type. No, it's wood armor. Our plants have wood armor, that's right. Oh, that's smart. Blackened building concrete walls. They do stop the shots, but he is in low power mode. And he's gonna stay there for a long time. Yeah. Yep. Drive over the enemy service depot just to hammer it home. Oof. I think that's every single power plant being taken out here. Yep. 230 under nil. Okay, and this has been scouted. There has been one rifle scout, I believe, that died to, it's not like Star Wars where many Bantas died to bring this information. Ooh, no connection from the APC. What are you doing, APC? You should be going in. Oh, just barely not connecting. But still, the core is alive and kicking for the time being. So at least Blackened has traded off. If nothing else, he has traded off armies in a relatively even way, I believe. He's almost up to power again. Floating 8k, of course, because that's what low power will do to you. Yeah, both players dropping a lot, but I think at the end of the day, the destroyed tab fairly even, Blackened ahead by a little bit. Plus, he does have access to the gem mines, and is the first one to rebuild his army. This is an all-in build from Kav, mind you. Kav did, he's now going out with a sneaky expansion. Well, it's not really an expansion, it's just his main MCV. He's going for a third sneaky base. Did not take the gem mine, which is kind of interesting. Oh god, there is a lot more army where this one came from. Blackened, you do not want to take this fight. Just putting it out there. Just a little word of advice, and just like that, army wiped clean. It's not looking good for Blackened this time around anymore. He still does have a supplementary army. But this is so hard to defend. That's probably one of the reasons not to go for the gem mines here. Because they are oh, and you can also snipe the bridge. Didn't even think about that. That is a good point. The bridge does have a lot of health though, so that takes a while. Okay, so the service depot has been added. There is now a medium tank out for Cav. More to follow. He is the tank general after all. Terrible formation here for Blackened, who does not have a concave setup at all. He's got the opposite of a concave. He's, yeah. He's just got the killing field set up. Oh no. Look at the destroyed valley. This is just not going up for Blackened. That one tank soaking up all the shots, and with that out of the way, this army being turned into a heap of scrap. I believe that should maybe already spell trouble. Let's see. If the war factory goes down, then we're gonna be in it indeed. Harvester's not connecting, the charge is coming through, but it's just not finding its mark. 3 harvesters down. Very, very costly field defense. Eventually the forces are gonna get cleaned up. There is no counter-aggression. Nope, nothing. Nada, niente, zich, zero. Nichivo. Whew, what a swing. What a swing in this game. At least he's got some bank. No, not anymore. He managed to expend pretty much all of it. Those burning husks telling a sad, sad tale of a defense that was way too costly for him to come back against Kav. Oh, Kav has done it. He's added a mechanic as well. Can you mine those gems? No, you can't. That is really weird. This is not a good design, not a good design philosophy from a map maker standpoint, because that is going to confuse the pathing of the harvesters. So on this map, I'm expecting to see some harvester pathing mismatches. What's it called anyway? Glittering Gully. I mean, it kind of makes sense. And there are no destructible objects as far as I can tell, so you can't really get to them anyway. Moving out when you know your opponent is light years ahead. Yeah, a bit optimistic, but he has to make something work. I think he's just trying to find the one flank, the one angle. Interestingly, the base is so light for Cav. He's practically ran around the map and just dotted it with the refineries. He's been playing Zerg style. I like that idea. That's been working out really well for him. Yeah. War factory down, that is gonna spell trouble. Trouble with a capital T. And now the tank general does what he does best, rolling over the opposition. Yeah, this is not Blackened's game to win anymore. This is the final death throes in game number 1. He's trying for some counter-aggression. Can he find anything? He can find maybe one harvester. Assault move is coming out, but not doing too much. And GG's called. This time no rage quit. Alright, that was an interesting building game one. Gotta have to hand it to the man. Cav not stagnating, instead innovating. Just going for an all-in that practically litters the map with 4 to 5 bases. As many as you can grab, masking it with aggression. Cool style. Right, let's see you in game 2.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Game number 2 being played out on Tank Trap. This is one of those maps. One of those maps that just looks like someone spilled a couple toys and a couple of those Warhammer toys and a couple of those Tank Trap toys all over a playing board. And then just forgot to clean up. It crucially does have those wire fences, so what's a bit interesting here is that this sort of gives away early movements. Also, I want to see how this works with regards to the ore growth. Okay, so it just inhibits growth for a while. So practically, this field is going to fill up by the time anyone is going to take it. Wow, the rush distance is insanely large here. This is a massive map. Jeez. Never seen a map this large in Blackened, I believe. Could have to check out afterwards what the actual tile size is. Alrighty, so the early game, as per usual. A medic at least being mixed in from Redden, aka Blackened. He's gonna be welcomed by a little firing squad. Ooh, explosive barrel action. No, not the medic! He's a bit tankier though than the other units, so he can soak like 2 or 3 more shots maybe. Cav not repositioning, the force fire is going to be relatively effective here. Okay, good micro. Gotta say, Blackened definitely putting on his micro boots here. And in comes a flank from Cav, trying to find the angle. It's so dangerous around those explosive barrels. You never know what's lurking in the shadows and is gonna force fire them. Ooh, he didn't capture. Oh no, but it's got a fairly good position. So Blackened is really well defensively set up. Wow, Cav just throwing his forces into the grinder. What was that? Was he busy doing something else there? No. That is weird. What a great early game now for Blackened. That is a massive early game win. His economy, yeah. Ahead in assets, and the combat tab, yeah, 1,000 ahead. That is just a lot of rifles that Cav lost there for no discernible reason at all. And what's the production tab telling us? Blackened already transitioning over to rocket soldiers, and Cav still going full on eco mode. Cav definitely does feel like he is behind. He certainly is aware, but certainly doesn't know how far he's behind. Okay, that's the ore refinery being sold. Ore refinery number 2 can get a bit congested. I guess Blackened just really needs the money and the bodies. The bodies to throw at the opposition. Light tank out. Ranger scouting for something he's not really finding. Ooh. Maybe a capture on the Derrick. This does not give an indication in OpenRA, so yeah, light tank is oblivious. And as it stands, that's gonna just be a freebie for Cav. Huh. That was easy. A bit easier than it should have been. Okay, service depot timings are relatively even, and light tanks are still coming out from Cav. What is this? What is this early rocket push? Ooh, MCV going out from Blackened here. Interesting. Did he scout that? What I don't like about this army is that it basically has no bodies. It has no rifles to just act as a little meat shield, act as a little anti-infantry pushing squad. So I'm not sure. So has the meta now shifted to light tank rushes? This appears to be the case here, especially in this matchup, at least in this matchup. Okay, Cav is going for an actual MCV. There's gonna be an all-in. This is certainly looking all-in-ish. Hell yeah. There's a lot of tanks here from Blackened as well, but I really would like him to see him bolster his rifle counts first. Light tanks? Okay, just some distraction. If only the MCV. Oh, if only they knew about the MCV. Sneaky little bugger. Now, with the MCV, he can basically cut off the light tanks. Nice. Oh, Blackened committing? Nope. I love those pea shooter fights. It even sounds like people throwing peas at each other. You know those little explosive peas? Explosive pea pods? Oh, there is now a better... Okay, this is a single file formation for Cav. I think this is the better position for Blackened. Ah, Pillbox has something to say about it though. Why are you overcommitting like this? What? No, what are you doing? Blackened. Blackened, you must pull back. You must pull back. You're losing your entire army. For nothing. You have not consolidated your forces just yet, and the rest are just walking through the killing field. That was optimistic. Yep, just like that. Cav is ahead, Cav is an army. And it is looking like the army of Blackened is just blowing up. MCV coming in to seal the deal with the push. Man, this was not a good fight at all for Blackened. He has not been in shape this season. Not even a little bit. Oh wow. The wind-up toys going up against an actual real vehicle. And doing their best to dent it. Not putting a dent into it. Oh, again the GG. Yikes. That was very, very one-sided. No bans. Yikes. So, Cav definitely in shape. And, yeah, let's just say that Blackened is going to need some catching up to do before he's back in shape. He used to be one of the top 4 title contenders. Nowadays, not looking so hot, not looking red hot at least. Alright, we're going to trace those careers of those people, those fine men of war, with a great interest. We're going to be back with more OpenRA very soon. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.